Hey everybody, I just want to take some time to explain a bit about an ongoing visual project of mine you may have noticed on my channel. It's called Good People. I'm going to briefly talk about the characters, my production process, and my reasons for making this series. Good People features a content creator with whom I'm acquainted. We all call him Rev G. We know each other through indirect interactions in a social media space known as the Umar Johnson sector. We've never spoken directly, nor have we communicated directly via email. I say that we've had indirect interactions because we've taken shots at each other, we've made mean comments toward each other, so on and so forth. It's kind of funny because I began as a viewer of his channel, leaving mostly supportive but softly critical comments under his videos. Later, as I observed Rev G more and more, I turned into a more harsh critic of his behaviors and of his content. Once this happened, our cordial interactions ended. Once I saw his hypocrisy, I was compelled to call it out because that's how I am. I call this series Good People because Rev G uses his moral authority as a social worker, assistant professor, and reverend as a dividing line between the good people, like himself, and the others who oppose him. That's just my opinion. When I hear Rev G contradict his own social media laws that he sets out for others, it annoys the fuck out of me. So, I make cartoons about these instances as a way of communicating a message about his foolishness. So far, Rev G is the main focal character in Good People. I didn't intend it to be that way. I meant to focus on different characters that are representations of other content creators that Rev G is associated with. But so far, Rev G is usually the focus of each little episode. I've added a few other personalities in isolated episodes, such as content creators Make a Change, Remix Revenge, and Anna Nikki New. I plan to add more characters, such as Anti-Afro Svengali, that make multiple appearances. I use a variety of tools, including Adobe Character Animator, Krita, Microsoft Copilot, Google VEO 2, Keynote for Mac, and CapCut to produce these episodes. I use Adobe for most of the character creations in a lot of the episodes, but recently I started using more AI tools to generate voices and to make the animations. Here's the general process that I take. First, I capture and edit voice recordings from live streams. Then I select a section of the live stream that is the most annoying to me that I just have to respond to through this art. Then I select a puppet that's pre-made in Adobe that matches the personality of the character. Then I sync the puppet to the audio so that the puppet moves and its mouth moves with the dialogue. After that, I'll add the puppets to a background scene. I'll make some cuts, add little elements and sound effects and music. Then, before I know it, the story is complete. Most of the dialogue in my episodes are real recorded clips of conversations, but there are a couple that are not. Episode 6 was created using chat transcripts and AI generated voices.
I was not a good guy. I did my music for me.
Episode 7 was created using a pre written script that's totally fictional, and again, AI generated voices. I do animate other projects by hand, the traditional way, meaning I'll use pencil and paper or sketchpad and draw my ideas there, and then transfer them digitally onto the computer with a pen stylus and my drawing pad. Animation is pretty challenging for me. I'm new to this. As a student, amateur, and dabbler in the visual arts, it takes me a lot of focus to get it the way that I want it to be. And I like to use that sort of animation process for other projects that are closer to my heart, especially the music videos that I recreate and any of the parodies that I might make that I need to draw and create myself. So for this project, I like a more automated process that's quicker. So I'll use Adobe Character Animator or I'll use AI tools to make them quickly. That brings me to my final point for now. Why am I doing this? Why do I make cartoons about this content creator? Mainly, I do it to express myself. I do it to reach other content creators and viewers in my social media space who might feel the same way that I feel or might see the same things that I see about this person. I enjoy channeling my negative feelings and judgments toward Reggie into a cartoon form because, in my opinion, the things that I see of him online are completely inane and ridiculous. I don't like the way that he handles conflict, and I don't appreciate how he pretends to be perfect, pious, and good when he isn't. He's fallible like the rest of us. He sets a bar of proper behavior for others that he fails to meet time and time again. And that's why I made good people. That's why I continue to make good people. So please take a look at it, enjoy my latest episode, and tell me what you think.